All right, welcome to another edition of Marvel Rivals. Get to know your Toon. Today we're going to be talking about Namor. Namor is how I've learned it now. Namor is a 2-star difficulty duelist, or DPS. He does a pretty good amount of damage. He's got a really cool ult here, or simple recoloring, I guess. Cool MVP animation is what I really wanted to say. He, of course, has an emote like everybody else, giving a little fist pump there, raising the roof, and some sprays, just like everybody. Cool little portrait there, and his emblem. Sweet. But let's talk abilities, shall we? Namor's basic is his Trident of Neptune, and you're going to be spamming this like it's going out of style. Pretty good damage, decent range, decent mid, decent up close. Pretty solid hitter. Does a fair amount of damage. One of Namor's other important abilities is, as a DPS, you might not always be getting healing and you might be at risk of dying. Well, he's got the Blessing of the Deep. What this does, it creates a big shield for him. He flies upward and you're surrounded by this pool of water, and it's pretty good. You can't move around or anything, but you won't die, which, you know, is good. Hopefully your teammates can focus on whoever's in front of you. Now, one of the big parts of his kit, like a Symmetra or a Torbjorn, if you're an Overwatch fan, are his Aquatic Dominion. He's got these little turrets, these octopus turrets, and they are great because they will keep constant pressure shooting at enemies like that. And you can see you're shooting the spears. They're just auto-firing on their own. It works pretty well. Whoever you're aiming at, those little octo turrets, as I call on them, they'll aim at that same enemy too. So you can really focus some damage down, you know, so you see it switch there from the left to the right because of who I threw the spear at. So just something to know, you can concentrate. Namor's also got a great team up we talked about in Luna Snow's video, where he gets an ice ability now. So his octo turret gets hardened and throws ice spears and does more damage, and just a great attack. And his combo, of course, is to use the turrets all together. You're really focusing damage. Now you've got 3 things shooting at, kind of like Loki's things. You know, they're shooting at enemies too. And it really just helps you focus fire a little bit because they're all shooting at what you're shooting at. So if you get 2 little octo turrets shooting at the same target you're shooting at, obviously you're going to do a lot more damage quick. And of course you can call on his ult, his Horn of Proteus, in which he summons Giganto to leap atop enemies within range. So you get a little big circle in front of you too. It's not the most overwhelming ult, but it does do a decent amount of area effect damage in that range. I'm not in love with it. I think it could be better, but it is what it is for right now. It's to me, it's more effective version of Black Panther's ult, which really isn't saying much to me. But he's also got some lore like everybody else, some achievements, emblems, sprays you can get. But most importantly, we want to see some gameplay, and let's see how he does in some real battles. So this one again, I think I forgot to hit record at the very beginning. But yeah, so we're pushing on Tokyo. We're on attack, and you know, I'm trying to do some poke damage. We've got a Strange there, so I'm trying to get in. I think I'm trying to kill some turrets right away because I see lots of turrets. They might have a Namor as well. Luna's got her ult, so I'm trying to get in and see who I can sort of pick off without getting too much focus. Oh, I'm trying to use my ult there. That's why I couldn't quite see the circle. It wasn't very clear. But there, I threw my ult down on the point. It did some good splash damage. Now we're getting run at by their Penny, so that's a lot to deal with, and their Storm. So they are ready for us with a couple ults, so didn't fare out well in the very beginning there, but let's try the second attempt.
You cannot wash your hands of Namor.
And with him, honestly, it's really just constant damage, constant pressure. You're not sniping like a Hela, but you're not far off. You can do pretty good damage from afar. But Hela's still the queen at that, really, in my book. I mean, you can see all the turrets. They're focusing my little octopus turrets too. So I'm really trying to put them in a position where they can't hit my turrets, but they're just lining me up like the whole way. So Low on health here. I didn't use my shield, but I really got to get some health. Thankfully, there's some there. And their Iron Man shot in. Now their Storm is ulting again. She got that really quick again. But we're having some effect. I'm getting some extra poke damage here. I see the Storm there. She's sort of left alone. I don't know why I'm not pushing to the middle right now, but trying to flank a little bit, see if I can get in there. If they got a healer or something, I can work on. So yeah, I got to get my turrets up. Like anything, I wasn't really getting up my turrets as fast as I should there. And you see, when you have them up, it's just it's a lot more effective. So I've got 1, 2. Yeah. There's Scarlet Witch again. And I'm just really doing poke damage in the back. Not even that effective poke damage. Our Strange is coming over here too. Got to make sure he stays healed. Yeah, see all these Loki. I got my ult again too. I'm just trying to throw it on point, see if I can do a little more damage. They got those Loki clones there, and again, you really have to take those down. Like they're taking down my octopus turrets, you have to take down the Loki turrets. You know, the clones, because it's just hard. They can really control a point, and when you sort of methodically take out each one at a time as you're moving in together as a unit, you'll find that the fight will change in your favor relatively quick and easy. So sort of slow moving control with him. You're constantly repositioning turrets, and we're able to take the first point there, which is cool. And they all see me there, so I'm hesitant to go out that door until they refocus, which they do. And I'm just kind of hucking his trident from long range. I mean, they see me in there. They know where I'm going. I got to get over to that. You see, I'm putting up turrets. I thought they knew they might pursue me, but I got to get that health back. There's another one in there, so we're in a good position to start the push again. I got to repopulate my little octo turrets out here. And there's one there in the window, sort of protected by the building. And you just keep hugging that spear, man. That trident, that's really what you want to do. Another Storm is popping off again with her ult. That's fine. Constant damage. You know, it's sort of turrets versus turrets when you got like Lokis and Namors. So I got my ult there pretty quick. Again. And that's thanks in part definitely to those little turrets putting in the work for me. And me just sitting back here spamming spamming tridents, you know. I don't know why I shielded there. I think I was worried. I knew I was getting flanked, but that trident hits like a truck. You can see there. Didn't take much to rip her down. They do have some funny voice lines on this. Yeah, here's a 10 streak here. And again, not doing much, kind of using my turrets and just constant damage, constant pressure. Ideally moving up a little bit, but knowing to back up when there's a raging Hulk coming at us. You know, get my turrets up. Try not to get stuck by the spider webs. 60 seconds. There we go. We can push up a little more. They seem a little out of position there. But again, we got those turrets. There's that Storm. She's causing a lot of trouble for us right now, but we got her there, which is great. Moving those turrets up, retaking position. Somebody's behind us. I'm just kind of blindly firing. I know someone's over there. That was it. So, move up, reposition turrets. Move up, reposition turrets. Keep shooting at whatever you see. Launch your little whale ult. Now, that one I threw up high. It didn't seem like as effective. I don't know if it went through the plane down below because the ult definitely hit on the second story. It didn't look like it had that much of an effect. Here comes Penny charging right at me. But again, with the turrets and with that spear, you can do some good damage. That Storm, you know, it's good. She went down pretty quick. Namor's great for those flying characters too. Much like Hela, you can kind of pick them out of the sky relatively easy. We just got to get those Loki turrets out. They seem like they're never ending. See, I'm pinging out. There's that Scarlet Witch up there. for somebody if I can't hit her. Maybe they can. There we go. Yeah, now you get overrun there, but that's okay. Wasn't the worst game, for sure. Maybe not the best, but you can sort of see at least how Namor plays a little bit. Just, constant pressure. I guess you could flank a little bit and take a tight spot, but you can get overwhelmed if you're really out of position. And his shield is not going to help you heal. So it'll give you protection for a limited time, but you also got to figure out an escape route, which he really doesn't have. He's not the most mobile guy in the world. So you kind of want to be a marauding juggernaut of sorts and just keep constant pressure and keep doing heavy damage. Watch your health. Don't get picked off if you can help it, just like that, and that'll help you take the point. If you got a tank up there, let them sort of push and create space while you sit back and keep slinging those tridents and using your turrets. So overall, I think Namor is a good character. I think he could use a little love, perhaps, in a rework. A lot of people like him. I'm not the biggest fan of him, if I'm honest. I think his turrets are a little underpowered, even with maybe the Luna boost. But he can be effective at long range, and if you're really good at poke damage and sort of sniping, he is an alternative if someone picked Hela on your team. He's kind of the same type of player. But fun no less. But let me know your comments. As always, I want to hear what you have to say about this stuff. So please feel free to write in the comments and let me know what you think about Namor and anything else. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Marvel Rivals. Get to know your Toon.